Thank you, Holly, and welcome to the love and light that is always present. In Unity of Lawrence, we welcome you. Thank you for being here this day and every day as you are. And so let's also welcome up to the front Cindy. She says just a second. She has an update. Well, let's begin things in prayer. That's what we say we do. Let's do that. So in Unity, we begin everything with prayer. So let's take a centering breath and open to the divine in all of us as we listen to this prayer. With full hearts and open minds, we gather today to accept the endless possibilities of peace on earth and peace in our hearts. We acknowledge the existence of pain and injustice in the world, but we also acknowledge limitless love and our limitless being. We welcome our divine inheritance as creators. We know that we are already standing in the light of love, of healing, and of transformation, and so it is. Amen. And our prayer chaplains are trained to hold sacred space and pray one-on-one. So if there is anything in your heart to be held in prayer, we invite you to see Cindy after the service up here in front of the sanctuary. Our chaplains will also pray for you during the week. All you need to do is fill out that little lavender slip and put it in the prayer box right outside Kathy's office. And those also go on to Unity Village. And you are prayed for from powerful spaces here in the Heartland. All prayers are confidential unless you mark otherwise. Well, here's Cindy. Cindy, our president.
Oh, good morning, everybody. Well, the board met this last week, and so I just want to give you some updates of some things we're working on. One thing is we have revised the bylaws for the first time in 10 years. I know. I bet you wish you were there. It was so exciting.
So exciting.
Chris Hicks wished she was there. Hey, there's always the next time. Now we have to update them every 3 years, so set your calendar, Chris. We'll be calling. And now we're working on the 2025 budget, so that's another thing that I bet you all wish you could be a part of. But you will be. You'll be looking at that because our goal is to have it, fine-tuned and ready to get out to you via email by the end of December, so you have a whole month to look it over, to get prepared to talk about it at our annual meeting, which is January 26th. So please mark your calendars. That's right following services on that last Sunday of the month in January. We are now in our time of transition to get our next board lined up for 2025. So if you have any interest in being on the board next year, please see Michelle Kirk, John Pryor, and Joey Ostrander. Okay, because they're our nominating committee, so they'll be looking for who's interested, and there's a whole process, so we just need you to let us know if you feel called to do that kind of service or not, and just explore it with us. Our Minister of Record, Reverend Jennifer Hutchins, has agreed to sign another year contract. Yay. We have to because we don't have a full-time minister, we need to have a minister of record, and she's agreed to another year of service with us. So, and we're also getting ready to prepare for that big meeting I was telling you about. So that's basically the news going on. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Cindy, for all your diligence and determination. We are so blessed. And now we get to sing together. So let's rise and join with Holly in singing, I'm Choosing Heaven Today. I'm choosing heaven today. I'm choosing heaven today. sing and hug well together. Good job. Love that. And so as we settle into our seats with all that love in our hearts, let us take a deep breath and affirm with me together unity's founding principle. There is only one presence and one power in the universe and in my life, God, the source of all good. And now our Lawrence vision statement. United in divine love and joy, we celebrate a peaceful and abundant world for all. And our Unity of Lawrence mission, we are a thriving spiritual community, sharing love, building bridges, and inspiring transformation. And we have a pro with us today who's been doing that for a long time in Lawrence, Kansas, and we are blessed to welcome our musical guest, Artis Ramberg.
It's lovely to see you, absolutely. Oh, wait, hi. More beautiful people. Smile when your heart is aching. Smile even though it's breaking. Although a tear may be ever so near, that's the time you must keep on trying. Smile, and maybe without trying, you'll find that life is still worthwhile if you just light up your heart with gladness. Wipe every trace of sadness. Although the clouds in the sky are flying by, that's the time you must fear. Throw the sadness, throw away the tears and sadness. You'll find that life can still be worthwhile if you just light up your life with gladness. Throw every trace of sadness. Yes, though that tear may be ever so near, that's the time we'll keep on trying. Smile, what's the use of crying? You'll find the sun come shining through for you if you just smile.
Thank you so much. Yes, and the sun comes up. Here it is again. And And Diane Silver is about to come up. She is a Pushcart Prize nominated poet who writes a weekly newsletter called Poetry and Life. She has published 2 books of meditations and serves as a chaplain, helming our chaplain committee at Unity of Lawrence. So welcome, Diane.
Wow, look at all of you. It is so good to be here today. It's always good to be here with my home community and to be with you online. You've heard me talk before, at least a lot of you have. I come up and I almost always make a joke. Not a lot feels funny right now. I don't really want to make a joke. Not now. Not yet. We all have difficult times in our lives. We have difficult personal times, and those personal times may be happening right now. We have difficult times in our country, difficult times in the world. Is there anyone here who, like me, has been struggling a bit in the last week? Oh, yeah, all right. I got the right audience. So, I want you to remember one thing as I give this talk. It was going to start a little different than a normal Unity talk. And it is this old quote that we are not human beings having a spiritual experience. We are spiritual beings having a human experience. In order to really fully realize ourselves, we have to deal with both sides of that equation. I don't know if you call it equation, but all of that. That we are spiritual beings and we are having a human experience. Holy moly. I want to start by talking about my human feelings. Oops, microphone. I want to start by talking about my human feelings. You may feel the same way. You may not. It's okay. But I want to model for you and to show you that it's okay to feel all that you feel. And after I've talked about my human feelings, I'm going to offer a prayer. And then I'm going to do the rest of the talk. Here are my human feelings right now. I am angry. I am so angry. I am so angry at what feels like a betrayal. I am sad. I want to cry. I want to mourn. I am afraid. I am afraid for myself. I am afraid for my loved ones. I am afraid for my country. And I despair. I feel like I have no hope. I see a few heads nodding. It's okay to feel these things. It is the human side of who we are. It is the human side of who we are. So let us take a deep breath and prepare for a prayer. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Today we call on all the power of God and the divine and the Spirit and of love. We call on this power to flow through every cell of our body. We acknowledge that all the anger and fear and hatred and despair and sadness we feel is valid. Feelings are valid. It is what you do with them that counts. So we ask the divine to flow through us today, to make us into this muddy, roiling pond on the top of a mountain. We are this muddy, roiling thing that begins to flow down the side of the mountain, to flow faster and faster. And as the water flows down the mountain, the seeds of anger, the seeds of hatred, the seeds of fear, despair, hopelessness trickle out. They fall into the earth. And by the time that stream reaches the bottom of the mountain, by the time we are here in this room, all of that feeling has trickled out of us. The river of ourselves is clear. It is a clear, sparkling mountain stream. We call on God to help us. We call on God to flow into every cell of our body. We know that we have more power than we think. We know that we have more love. We know that we are safe. We know that we are making this world a better place, even as we sit here today. And so it is. Amen. Okay, now I want to turn to the great spiritual teacher of our time. This is a great spiritual teacher I have followed, Patrick Mahomes. You know that I follow his teachings every fall, and often through February, into the beginning of February. I want to talk about a particular spiritual moment that Patrick Mahomes presented us with. Okay, this was a game a couple weeks ago. It was the 49ers against the Chiefs. Okay, so Mahomes is dropping back, pass, cool. And he starts running to his left. And apparently there's nobody open to pass to, because he is going, uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. And the big 49ers defensive guys are running at him. I saw a quote, I heard a mic'd up moment from him after this play, and he said to the guy sitting next to him, I was running for my life. He was running as fast as he can towards the sideline, and you're thinking, well, maybe he'll make a first down. Maybe he'll do that. Okay, that would be cool. I hope they don't kill him. And these guys are running after him, and he's running for his life. Okay, now he's running for his life. He hits the side. He's near the sideline. He stops on a dime. He turns, and he sidesteps one dude, fakes him out, and he runs right up that sideline and makes a 33-yard gain. Wow. How did he do that? How did he do that? Was he able to stop on a dime? Because I couldn't figure out how he's running for his life, gets to the sideline, and stops on a dime and changes direction. How does he do that in a way that his momentum does not push him out of bounds? Would have been a good play, but it wouldn't have been 33 yards. Here's the secret. It is possible that Patrick Mahomes has freakishly strong legs. That is possible. He does have a dad bod, but never mind. I think he did it because of a secret that all athletes are taught, and all dancers, is that you must move from your center. If Mahomes had been running for his life towards the sideline and had been running like this, his momentum would have taken him out of bounds. But his center of gravity, he was centered. Your center of gravity, physically, in a woman is about 1.5 inches below your navel. In a man, it's a little higher. When you do any kind of athletics or you learn to dance, you learn to move from your center. Now, I haven't done this in years very much, so I don't move as well as I used to, but you have to learn to move from your center. Why? Is it just a stupid thing they teach you because coaches have to have jobs? You move from your center because you don't become off balance. If you physically move from your center, If you move from your center, you can change direction easily. If I'm leaning over like this, if I'm leaning over like this, I can't, it's hard. My momentum takes me out of bounds. You learn to move from your center. I propose to you today, I propose to you that in this time, more than any other times in our lives, we must learn to move from our center. Now, physically, we know kind of what that means, and you can do all sorts of exercises to learn how to do that. But what does it mean to move from your center if you are a spiritual being having a human experience? What does that look like? We've just participated in one part of that. You have to take care of the human side of yourself. We are meat sacks. Isn't that what Jay likes to call us sometimes? We are meat bodies. I thump it, it's real. It makes a sound. We cannot pretend that doesn't exist. I think, my personal theory, evil happens, people do evil things when they don't tend to themselves first, when they let their fear get them off balance, when they let their anger knock them off balance so that all they're working from is the feeling of anger. But the paradox, it is a real paradox, is that you can't deal with your feelings by ignoring them. Oh, gosh, I hate this part. I hate this part because I just want to go, okay, never mind. I'm cool, everything's fine. No, it's not. You have to give your feelings some attention. At least that's been my experience. Your mileage may vary. There's nothing wrong, there's nothing inherently bad in the so-called bad feelings, anger, hatred, fear, despair. What is bad is what you do with that if you don't honor those feelings in a safe place where you're not going to end up punching somebody. Okay? If you really want to get your anger out, I suggest punching a pillow. Or if you have access to a heavy punching bag, heavy punching bags are really good. Okay? Yes. So you deal with your feelings. All those feelings are signals. They are signals that something is wrong. It may be something wrong in the world, maybe something wrong in ourselves. It may be both. But we cannot stay centered in our lives if we do not honor our feelings. We get friggin' crazy if we do not honor our feelings, and we lash out at people. Maybe you don't. Maybe I should rephrase that. I get crazy if I don't honor my feelings, and I lash out at people, and yes, I have done that. I have done that at people I love. I have done that with political opponents. I have done that with all sorts of people. So I have to honor my feelings. So that I'm not, I've actually worked with some people in politics where they ran only on hate. I had to walk away because it felt way too unbalanced. So we have to deal with the human side of ourselves. We are spiritual beings having a human experience. And of course, that also means eat well, sleep well, drink lots of fluids and all that kind of stuff. You know that stuff. Do meditation, pray a lot, all that. Exercise is good. Sunshine is good. Music, oh, Kelly Hunt's concert last night. Music is good. Okay, we're spiritual beings having a human experience. What does the spiritual side of that mean? What does that mean? You know, I've been thinking about this for a while now, particularly in the last week. What the heck does this mean? I am not a godlike being that can control everything. If it was, boy, would life be different. Spaceship shows 24/7 on TV. It's a thing I love. To be a spiritual being is to be safe. It is to be safe from the trials of the human world, from the physical fears of not having enough, of not having shelter, of being assaulted. It is to be safe. To be a physical being, to be a spiritual being, to be a spiritual being is to perceive in ways that our human mind can't. To see farther, hear more, feel more, know more, have access to wisdom. That when we are spiritual beings having a human experience, and as we're experiencing this humanness, we don't always know what the spiritual side knows. And to be a spiritual being is to have power. I don't know exactly what this power looks like. I think it may be something akin to the power we look for in here, in unity, that we can change the world with the way we think about it, change our stories, change what happens around us. But I don't know. I don't know. To be a spiritual being is to be more than we are as human beings. To be more than we are as human beings. And here's the thing. We are spiritual beings having a human experience. At our core, we are power. At our core, we are safety. At our core, we are wisdom. At our core, we know what to do in a way that heals the world instead of hurts it. At our core, we know how to live in a way that makes our life better and the lives of everyone around us better. At our core, we know that what seems hopeless today is far from it. It's not anything near hopeless. It is, in fact, the hope of the future. But here is the really hard thing. We are spiritual beings having a human experience. Since we are in these human bodies, we don't know exactly when that happens. We don't know exactly how that happens. And we have to have faith. We have to have faith. Now, going back to this idea a little bit about being an athlete and moving from your center, I was never a big athlete. I was a moderate athlete when I was in my 20s and early 30s. And I had the great pleasure to take karate with Joan Nelson at the Feminist Self-Defense and Karate Association in East Lansing, Michigan. And later she owned a karate business called Movement Arts. Joan is still alive. She's a great martial artist and a great teacher. And one of the things she had us do, one of the exercises was, okay, it's going to sound weird. Okay, so there's a bunch of us. We're in a relatively small room. There's a little bit of room to move, but not a lot. What we had to do in this exercise is walk towards each other as fast as we could without touching. So you could not walk away from someone, you had to walk towards them. And you had to walk as fast as you could, but you couldn't touch them. Now, we did a lot of bumping off each other, but the idea was to learn how to not touch them. Now, there are two tricks to this, which took a little while to learn. One, you had to stay physically centered. You had to move from your center so that you could go, oh, person here, move quickly. Oh, person there, move quickly. You had to move from your center. The other trick took us a while, and then she finally told us. It was like after we'd been bumping into each other for a while. Okay, here's the trick. You do not look at the person you're walking towards. You look at the space between the people. It's called negative space. You look at the space between the obstacles. That is the path through. Boy, does that work. And once she told us that, after she'd been saying, okay, move from your center, and we were moving from our center, and she said, no, look at the negative space. Look at the space between the obstacles. We didn't touch each other. We just whirled around. It was a cool dance. I think it must have looked awesome if you could have filmed it from above. That is our path. I cannot tell you today what it looks like. I cannot tell you when the biggest opening of the path will open. But I can tell you, it exists. We are spiritual beings having a human experience. At our core, we are of the Spirit. We are of this deep, deep wisdom who will move us, who is already moving us, to heal this earth, heal our own personal lives, heal the world. Because we are moving from our center, we are looking at the path in front of us. Is this making sense? I feel like I'm losing the thread a little bit here. Okay, good. I think Kelly's a friend of mine, and I love her music, Kelly Hunt, the concert that some of us were at last night. She knows how to move from her center. Her wisdom, her spiritual self told her what to do. And it seems to me, I've been at a lot of Kelly's concerts, that she was more on last night than I have seen her. And it was one of those transcendent moments. Here's the trick. We all have that in us. We have it in different ways. Kelly, it's singing, playing piano, playing guitar. With my love, Annette, I know at the very least it's poetry and many other things. With all of you around here, there are people who have deep gifts. We all have deep gifts. They are different. But no one gift heals the world. What do we do in these turbulent times? What do we do? How do we stand steady? We remember who we are. Thank you so much. You are the gift to this earth. You are the way through. All of you here and all of you at home. Thank you.
Pretty nice. This is a new song by my friend Michael Paul. There it is. I needed to write myself a note. Your capo is in your pocket. Sometimes when darkness falls and the world feels small and all your hopes have gone astray, just remember this world will change in time to a better place beyond this old space. So don't fret, don't cry. These things will come together by and by. Do you remember when this world was green and every night we dream of all the roads beyond our door, never knowing what lies beyond Will we lose our way when the world turns gray? But don't fret, don't cry. These roads will come together by and by. We may meet again, but for now and until then, here's this song for you to get you through. For when you're blue.
As we prepare for our meditation, I ask you first to think about the difference between an acorn and an oak. An acorn is a little thing, really little thing. An oak can be stories tall, massive, majestic, shade, provides shade and life to many beasts, to all of us. So take a deep breath in. Release your breath. Breath in. Release. Today I ask you to sit with your hands in your lap, and in the center of one palm is an acorn. An acorn. A small thing, so small, so modest. And into that acorn, I want you to pour your love. Oh, so beautiful. A golden light of your love lights up that acorn. Just pour it in there. In the acorn you are holding in your hand, pour your vision of the world you want to live in right now. A world of kindness. A world where all are valued. A world of respect. World of laughter, a world where no child goes hungry, no one is homeless, all the guns have fallen silent, all the bombs are inert. As we move into the silence, pour your vision of this world which we can grow today. Pour your vision into this acorn. Do it now. A world so perfect, a world of love, infused with your golden love. Now, one more thing. I want you to envision yourself planting this acorn in the place you think best. Plant it in the moist soil. Plant it deep. Plant it deep. Water it. In the spring, a forest will grow. And it's gonna be magnificent. Exhale. Inhale, wiggle your toes, wiggle your fingers. Time to come back to ourselves. What magnificent trees we're sprouting. Thank you.
I don't know if you can go from being so quiet into singing.
Yes, we can.
Perhaps you can. The first country recording that ever went out into America was from the Carter family, and Jimmy Rogers made a recording the same day. But it put the Carter family on the map, and every time they ended their programs all around the country, they sang "Keep on the Sunny Side." So the chorus goes, keep on the sunny side, always on the sunny side. Keep on the sunny side of life. It'll help us every day. It'll help us every day. It will brighten all the way if we keep on the sunny side of life. Great. There's a dark and a troubled side of life. There's a bright, there's a sunny side too. Though we meet with the darkness and strife, that sunny side we also may view. Here we go. Keep on the sunny side, always on the sunny side. Keep on the sunny side of life. Help us every way. It'll help us every day. It'll brighten all the way if we keep on the sunny side of life. Oh, the storm in its fury broke today, crushing hopes that we cherish so dear. Clouds and storms will in time pass away. The sun again will shine bright and clear. Keep on the sunny side, always on the sunny side. Keep on the sunny side of life. It will help us every day. It will brighten all the way if we keep on the sunny side of life. Let us greet with a song of hope each day. Though the moment be cloudy or drear, let us trust in the light all the way. Then we'll have that glow we can share. Keep on the sunny side, always on the sunny side. Keep on the sunny side of life. It will help us every day. It will brighten all the way if we keep on the sunny side of life. That last line again. We must keep on that sunny side of life. Thank you.
We love to sing together. Thank you. That is always such a gift. And as our ushers are coming forward, this is our time of giving. And so as we take our offering in our hands and all the love in our hearts, let's affirm together, divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I give and all that I receive, and so it is. And as the love offering is collected, let's join Holly in singing Everything That I Am. Ready to be who I came here to be. I'm ready to be everything that I am, everything that I am. I am the I am, 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 I am the I am. Ready to be who I came here to be. I'm ready to be everything that I am, everything that I am. I am the I am, 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 I am the I am. Here is our prayer of thanks to listen to. We are grateful, and we bless the flow of good that supports our unity community. We stand in the knowing that the flow of good goes forth only to return again and again, and so it is. Amen. And thank you. You know, I think of the streams and all of that washing away, and then I think of Robin Loomis's beautiful iron tree that was one of the welcoming beacons when our family came over 20 years ago. Isn't it a beautiful thing that we're all fed by one well? As tangled as our roots may be, we still drink from one source, whatever we call it, and all is well. Well, a special welcome to our guests today. Thank you so much for joining us. For more information about Unity of Lawrence and the Unity Movement, we do have a welcome packet. And if you'd like to be on our email, you just sign up, and once a week there's an e-news blast of all that's going on in and through us. No strings attached. All right, so just pick that up. It's out in the foyer. And then downstairs is our second Sunday potluck. And if you are interested in being a part of organizing a team, being a part of a team, just in setting that up, once a month or less, depending on how big that team is. Our kitchen goddess, Betty, is retiring from that position. And so if you would like to be a part of that setup, get up, and go team for our second Sunday potluck, just let Kathy Moreland know in the front office, and we welcome. Teamwork makes the dream work. Also remember that open meditations are Tuesdays here at 6:30. All are welcome. So if you need to still those thoughts and dip into that deep pool, that's Tuesday at 6:30. For those who identify as male, the men's fellowship group gathers on Thursdays at 7. And if you like singing today, we do have a choir led by our illustrious leader, Holly. And so tomorrow, Monday, at 6:20 is our next choir rehearsal, and then we'll have one more after that before we sing at the congregation. And from Sarah and Bethany, help us celebrate Leo turning 2. This will be his first celebrated birthday, so we want to do it big, and that's Saturday from 3:30 to 5:30 downstairs in the fellowship hall. We'll cut the cake, sing to the birthday boy at 4. Leo's favorite snacks will be provided. Gifts are not necessary. Your presence is the gift for celebrating this special Leo the Lion. Remember when we were all that young and swinging on swings and we were flying into the sunlight and our feet would never touch the ground? Well, let's celebrate that on Saturday with Leo, 3:30 to 5:30. And for those who identify as women, the women's group is meeting on November 21st because of the Thanksgiving holiday, so stay tuned for more details about that. And then join us next Sunday when Greg Tamblin brings us special music and the message, What's Your Story? Morning Glory. I added that part. So let's join and rise together as we sing the peace song.